Hi, good morning. As you all know, at 10 a.m. this morning, the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity released October 2021 labor statistics for the state of Florida and its sub-state areas. These areas include all metro areas, counties, and large cities. These data were produced by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics through a federal-state cooperative agreement with DEO, and data were collected through a combination of employer and household surveys, administrative records, and statistical modeling techniques. So this morning, I will walk you through the details of the October 2020 data release, and I'll start with the household survey. So just as a reminder, the current population survey is used to estimate Florida's unemployment rate, total labor force, and labor force participation rate under the local area unemployment statistics program. Since these statistics are based on a survey of households, they capture information about individuals, not jobs, and they are calculated by place of residence, not place of work. So let's move into the numbers. Florida's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate in October 2021 was 4.6%. Florida's October 2021 unemployment rate dropped by 0.2 percentage point from the revised September 2021 rate and was down 1.2 percentage points from the October 2020 rate. In October 2021, Hendry County had the highest unemployment rate with 6.3%, followed by Putnam County with 5.9%, and Highlands County and Hamilton County with 5.4% each. Monroe County had the state's lowest unemployment rate at 2.5%, followed by St. Johns County, 2.9%, and Wakulla County at 3.1%. This unemployment rate represented 491,000 jobless individuals out of a labor force of 10,590,000. Florida's October 2021 labor force increased by 29,000 or 0.3% from 1 month ago, and increased by 579,000 or 5.8% from the October 2020 level. The unemployment number dropped by 15,000 individuals last month, while employment grew by 44,000 individuals. The labor force is composed of currently employed workers as well as unemployed job seekers who are actively looking for work. In October 2021, monthly labor force growth continued to increase, surpassing the pre-pandemic labor force level of 10,461,000. Florida's labor force has grown for 12 consecutive months, adding 579,000 people since October 2020. 1/3 of that growth has occurred in the last 5 months. The addition of 29,000 people to the labor force last month was larger than September's increase of 18,000 individuals. When the labor force increases, it is often a signal that people are optimistic about employment opportunities and are choosing to enter the job market. Unemployed people can be categorized as unemployed for different reasons. A person may be unemployed because they lost their job, they may have quit their job voluntarily, or they could be re-entering the job market, or they could be entering the job market for the first time and have not yet found employment. The number of job leavers, shown here in gray, has increased for 7 consecutive months, indicating that individuals are more optimistic about their ability to find work if they leave their current job. Both new entrants and re-entrants to the labor force are also increasing, indicating that individuals who were previously not looking for work are more confident that jobs are available for them. These groups represent individuals who were previously not in the labor force, and their continued growth is an indicator of a strengthening statewide labor supply. Job creation data for Florida is derived from the Current Employment Statistics, or CES survey, which is conducted by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. The CES survey collects data from over 40,000 Florida businesses and establishments each month to measure jobs by industry across the state. Since these statistics are based on a survey of employers, they measure counts of jobs, not individuals, and they capture characteristics of employers such as industry and place of work. Total non-agricultural employment rose to 8,902,400 jobs in October 2021. This was up 41,500 jobs, or 0.5%, from September 2021. This figure is also up 428,600 jobs from a year ago, which represents an over-the-year increase of 5.1%. Florida's private sector non-agricultural employment was 7,806,500 jobs in October 2021. This was up 44,300 jobs, or 0.6%, from September 2021. Total private employment was up 424,300 jobs from October 2020. This represents an over-the-year increase of 5.7%. 8 of the 10 major industry sectors in Florida gained jobs over the month. All 10 major industries gained jobs over the year. Leisure and hospitality gained 16,600 jobs over the month, or 1.5%, followed by trade, transportation, and utilities at 10,400 jobs, or 0.6%. Education and health services gained 6,600 jobs at 0.5%. Manufacturing and total government are the only sectors that lost jobs over the month. Between February and April 2020, Florida lost 1.2 million jobs statewide. As of October 2021, Florida has recovered 1,099,500 of those jobs. That represents 86.6% of the jobs that were lost. The trade, transportation, and utilities industry surpassed its February 2020 employment level in October. Financial activities and professional business services continued to add jobs, and the construction industry added 500 jobs, bringing it to within a percentage point of its previous peak employment. The October 2021 seasonally adjusted local area data showed that 19 of the 24 metro areas in Florida had over the month job gains. The Pensacola, Ferry Pass, Brent metro area grew the fastest at 1.1%. Metro areas with the largest monthly job growth were Miami, Miami Beach, Kendall, with 7,900 jobs, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach, Deerfield Beach metro area with 6,000 jobs, and Orlando, Kissimmee, Sanford metro area with 2,600 jobs. A common measure of labor demand is online job ads. Although this is an incomplete picture of total demand, these data provide a real-time look at how many and which types of jobs employers are trying to fill. Job advertisements remained elevated as Florida employers listed 518,000 job ads in October 2021. Jobs in the office and administrative sectors, the sales sector, and healthcare practitioners were among the most commonly advertised occupations over the past month. In addition to that data set, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics produces estimates of job openings and labor turnover with a series known as JOLTS. The statistics highlighted here are job openings in blue, hires in green, and quits in red. These statistics will be available on a 1-month lagged schedule compared to our core labor statistics. The job openings data displayed here are based on a survey of firms across the state and include all positions that were open on the last day of the month. The job openings in these statistics are a broader measure of labor demand than the online job ads and include positions being actively recruited outside the establishment through any means, not just through online job boards. BLS estimates that there were 609,000 job openings in Florida in September of 2021. This is up 216,000 or 55% from a year ago. Hires include all additions to payroll during the estimation month, including full-time, part-time, permanent, and seasonal employees. BL estimated that 414,000 hires statewide in September. There were 414,000 hires statewide in September 2021. This is up 190,000 or 85% from a year ago. And finally, quits include all voluntary separations that happen during the month, excluding retirees or transfers to another business location. Quits are typically interpreted by economists as a sign of confidence in job seekers' ability to find work over the recent months. And this tracks closely with the increases that we've seen in openings. In September 2021, BLS estimated 279,000 quits, which was up 55,000 or 25% from a year ago. And that concludes my remarks this morning. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Thank you, Adrian. We'll now open the call for questions from any credentialed media. Please include your full name and outlet in the chat. Thank you. The first question we have is Charles Murphy. What does the report say about job growth in rural areas?
Great question. We can certainly get you some more detailed information about the rural counties across our state. One thing that I think you'll notice is we still have a slightly elevated unemployment rate for some areas, but then you see other, I'll point to Wakulla County had a pretty low unemployment rate. And so it kind of varies depending on the particular area in the state. So I think what we can do is provide you with some more details so you can dig into that information.
Thank you. Our next question is from Jake Stokman. Are job gains in October higher or lower than expected based on the national report from October?
So I think it was what we're seeing is continued positive growth. We try not to make too many predictions based on what we see at the national level because the estimates are done for Florida, independent of that. And so I think we're confident that this was a good report. We're still seeing job gains consistently and seeing that coupled with the labor force increasing at the same time. And that's really key. We're seeing labor force growing, we're seeing the unemployment rate declining, and we're adding jobs to payrolls at the same time. So all of that combined is a really strong labor market indicator.
Our next question is from James Call, Tallahassee Democrat. What is spurring the growth in jobs?
So we're certainly seeing some continued recovery. So as we saw, leisure and hospitality is continuing to add jobs. We also see strong gains in professional and business services. And so now that industry has exceeded where it was prior to the pandemic. And I think what we're seeing is there's a lot of economic activity. And that's really driving the gains in jobs that we're seeing across all industries. As people are confident, they're engaging in the economy across all industries, we're going to continue to see growth like we've seen over the last few months.
Sure. I see we're getting a question about how reemployment assistance claims relate to the job numbers in this report. I want to emphasize that the numbers in this report, especially the unemployment numbers, they're not the same as reemployment assistance claims. They are largely based on the current population survey. So any claimant activity is not impacting these numbers in any way. The next question is also from Jake Stefan. At this point, is DEO able to say that cutting off employment benefits early contributed to job growth?
So I think where we saw the impact of people kind of re-engaging with jobs, getting connected to jobs is really in the labor force numbers, where we continue to see people actively participating in the labor force. And the fact that we've exceeded where we were prior to the pandemic means that people are confident, they're confident they're able to find jobs. And so that started prior to the changes in how unemployment insurance benefits were being administered. And that has continued. So I think we continue to see people are confident that they can find jobs and are re-engaging because of that.
Another question from Jake. Oh, sorry, that's the same question. Any further questions? If not, thank you for joining us again on this call. Our next press release is scheduled for December 17th, 2021. If you have any additional questions, you can always email our media account at media@deo.myflorida.com or call 850-245-7110. I do see an additional question from Charles Murphy. Now, what do these numbers say to a person that wants a job right now?
This is a great question. I think I look to a couple things in this report. One, the payroll numbers continue to be strong. That means businesses are adding employment, they're hiring. Also, that last data set that I showed, where we can see that there are a lot of job openings in our state, over 600,000 job openings, and that means that businesses are actively trying to hire that number of jobs. And so there are opportunities out there. And I think that has continued to grow, and we can always provide more details on our website on which industries in particular are growing. If somebody's interested in digging down into what occupations might have a lot of job ads, we have a lot of that information on our website, and we can certainly help with that information.
Great, thank you. Last call for questions, and you can always send any additional questions to our email or phone number, which will be posted in the chat below. All right. We have one more question. How do you feel about, or what impact do we see from any of the Florida legislature's action this week affecting job and unemployment trends?
So the key there is, as anything that encourages people to actively participate and gives them the sense that they're going to be able to connect with a job, keep that job, I think is going to continue to show growth in these numbers. So I think what we saw was a positive move for ensuring people have that confidence, and we would not expect to see any slowdowns in labor force growth because of that. In fact, we would expect to see people continuing to engage and know that they will be able to maintain their employment or find a new job if they need to.
Any last questions? I think that's all that we got in the chat for now. Again, please send any additional questions you have to media@deo.myflorida.com or call our number at 850-245-7110. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next month.